All right, hey, I'm Hayashi. Hey, I know you all need another video, so please like and subscribe. Um, please support the video if you can, because my last videos have just not been doing well. I guess mostly my viewer base is more interested in modern. I have been exploring Pioneer a lot. I've got some more Pioneer content, and I probably have some content is better than nothing, right? So, but I finally am back to modern. Please like and subscribe if if you want to encourage me to keep putting modern in here, because I have not given up on modern, although exploring Pioneer obviously was something that was interested to me because there's some annoyances to modern really. But anyhow, you can always unlike and unsubscribe later if you don't like, but hey, if you like and subscribe now, then you won't forget later on. And I assume that you're here because you know a little bit about me, and if you want, or at least, just crazy ideas, just if you like crazy ideas, like and subscribe. Anyhow. Yeah, so we're back to modern. So full disclosure though, this is going to be a post-league video. Um, I recorded 3 videos actually, and I thought I could complete the other 2 later on. But this is the first time this has happened. But somehow MTGO is not letting me access the it's not letting me access my post-league matches from sorry, this is post-league, but actually it is live commentary, I think. Yeah, this is live commentary, so never mind. I'm recording this a little bit afterwards, so this is not necessarily like this wasn't necessarily recorded like yesterday, but it wasn't recorded. This was recorded post ban. Okay, this was recorded post ban. I still think it represents the meta, well. Um, but uh, but I guess what I was trying to say is I was going to do a post league wrap up for like the last 2 matches, but it's only going to be 3 matches long because I can't for some reason. MTGO, it's like I see it in my match history, but for some reason when I click on it and I try to watch the replay just doesn't start, and it's not some kind of thing. It's clearly something like I guess back a certain point, certain ones I guess got lost because like I can view the more recent ones. The more recent ones it does play, but it just won't play ones from here. I don't know when exactly it started to be an issue. A lot of my older, a lot actually, I had some matches that actually I wanted to do post leagues over, and I might just not be able to, unfortunately. At least I don't really have too many trophies or anything. I mean, trophies were from like way too long ago, so I'm not going to bother going that far back. But anyhow, let's get to this one here. This is modern. This is so what we are doing here is I know we're all hyped about Sunken Citadel, and I think well, I want to say I will explore this again. I did explore this again, but the post league might have gotten lost for this one. Let's see. That one though. I'm not sure when the cutoff is, so we'll see. But in any case, assuming this one isn't lost, I do have another league that I would want to show you all. This is a good card, but I'm really torn though because here's the thing. Okay, if I play Sunken Citadel, I really think I need to play Blast Zone main instead of Volatile Fault, and yeah, and like that's the thing because like I need enough payoff lands to make this worthwhile. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just a strictly worse Den of the Bugbear. If I don't actually have enough utility lands to actually use this but I mean, it certainly has a place because being able to juice Blast Zone up, like an Ancient Tomb, Field of Ruin, Demolition Field for one, it can have its place. On the other hand, though, there is something to be said about just playing Volatile Fault and just playing another utility land. Volatile Fault does up my ability to deal with a Tron land on turn 2, to 8. Cleansing Wildfire plus Volatile Fault. And Volatile Fault, unlike Ghost Quarter, because of that treasure token, I can then proceed to start Field of Ruining on turn 3, and or Geomancer's Gambit and go from there. And yeah, I can reliably keep them off of Tron, pretty good, without necessarily having to rely on Sunken Citadel. It is possible I could explore Sunken Citadel in addition to the 8 fields and Volatile Fault. I do need at least 8 mountains though, so that I have enough lands to fetch out with my fields. Um, I mean, that certainly would maximize my chances of always being able to hit a Tron land on turn 2 and not letting them get to Tron on turn 3. But honestly, I think my Tron matchup's good enough anyway. Sometimes I can even win if I do miss hitting their Tron land on turn 3, but not always. But anyhow, yeah, at the end of the day, having 8 Field of Ruin effects plus 4 Volatile Fault which is kind of like a bargain bin Field of Ruin. But a bargain bin Field of Ruin is still surprisingly good, especially since it can keep them off Tron on turn 2, like I said. But we've got 12 total of these lands that do that. And then we've got Geomancer's Gambit, and we got Cleansing Wildfire. This is a lot of strip mine type effects. Actually, throughout the course of the game, it's depending on the deck they play, even if they play like 3 basics or 4, they do run out of basics faster than you might think. So, hey, that's just kind of the idea here, is just, hey, Wizards keep printing these type of cards. So, hey. In that regard, I am playing Krenko's Buzzcrusher, the new hotness, at least for my deck. But right now I'm playing it in the sideboard. The thing is, it's just hard for me. It's hard for me to get a feel, because there are some matchups where it eats a counterspell, or it's just hard to resolve at 4 mana. It's just one of the clunkiest, most expensive cards in the deck. That being said, it is a beefy body. It does end the game relatively quickly, and it does deal with their non-basics, just like Geomancers and Cleansing Wildfire. I do think in general, drawing a card is kind of better than a 4/4 body. Plus, and the fact that this, I mean, if this costed 2 mana, yeah, get out of here. Honestly, if it costed 3 mana, I'm still not 100% sure it'd be better than Geomancer's Gambit, but probably. But it's there's a lot of situations where drawing a card is better than a 4/4 body anyway. But obviously the 4/4 body is better for the most part. It's just hard to tell if it's worth the 4. But there are some matchups though where just being able to double up on these type of effects, or rather 21st, 22nd, and 23rd up them can be very useful. Stone for graveyard decks. Also against Hardened Scales, their Arcbound Ravagers and other stuff never hits the graveyard, so the modular doesn't necessarily work. Anyway, oh yeah, plus good against Undying. Blast Zone hits anything. Cast into Fire for the One Ring and Chalice, and Bonecrusher and Seasoned Pyromancer are my only 2 actual win conditions. Keep in mind, though, Seasoned Pyromancer is a very reliable win condition. I borderline am fine to play this as my only win condition, as long as I'm confident enough that I can keep them off of stuff to do with a Ponza-type strategy. But I say almost because, like, for example, in Mill, they do play main deck Surgicals. And obviously Surgical effects, or Stone Brains, or any number of weird effects, or like Infinite Annihilation, or I forget what it's called. There's cards that exile all copies, and well, realistically, we're probably in trouble if our only other win condition is Bonecrusher, because unlike Seasoned Pyromancer, this card can spit out both itself plus 2 other tokens, at least if we have cards to discard. Plus, it creates 2 more tokens, even if it gets countered, even if it gets killed. 2 more tokens out of the graveyard. Its resilience is just very shockingly strong, surprisingly. This card it's literally a win condition in a can, because of just how much it can do for you and how difficult it is to actually prevent all aspects of this card from giving you some type of win condition. Like, unlike Bonecrusher, which all you need is 1 counterspell and then boom, it does nothing. Seasoned Pyromancer ain't like that. So yeah. On the other hand, though, I do kind of like the idea of having another win condition, just because it is a little risky. It does feel bad just entirely not having a way to win if they take this out. And hey, with 4 Firebolts, these technically represent a total of 4 damage each, if we flash it back. So that's 16 damage, plus 4 Bonecrushers, that's 8 damage if you count the Stomps. Plus Lightning Bolts, that's 12 damage. So already that's 28 damage, plus 8, 28 Firebolt plus Lightning Bolt. Yeah, 16 plus 12, that's 28 plus 8, 30, that's 36. So we do have 36 points of damage. I mean, a lot of these are going to be going to the creatures, so I wouldn't necessarily count on having enough to burn them out if they actually can remove my Seasoned Pyromancers. But it is worth noting that this deck does have the ability to burn the opponent out, so that's one thing I really like about Firebolt. This is actually a very deceptively, surprisingly robust burn package of 4 total damage in a nice little 1 mana package. It's hard to explain, but I mean, obviously we miss Fury. we're still mourning the loss of our pal Fury. We really are. Like, this card, it's sort of like maybe I shouldn't say, but it's like you know, it's like that replacement where it's like, you lost something and then you're like, oh, well, we got this instead. And it's like, it's just not the same. But in all seriousness, it's actually pretty shockingly good. And this is the type of card that I probably wouldn't really be playing much anymore if it weren't for Fury. But funny enough, I was playing this before Fury, and for whatever reason, it's weird because you'd think that this could simultaneously plead with both Fury and this, but for whatever reason, this just ends up kind of taking the slot that Fury did. And it's weird because this obviously is more reach. It does go to the face, whereas Fury obviously only goes to the face in the form of attacking. But like, I guess it's just that this card deals with multiple weenies, and it does cost a lot of mana on the back end to do that, but I guess that's just kind of the role it plays. And hey, I don't know what to say other than that I bounced around with some different options, and the only one that really felt satisfying was Firebolt, so Firebolt it is. That being said, everything else I think is pretty standard. Shatterskull Smashing, which I may or may not have sold after this league. In all honesty, Den of the Bugbear is better. I'll just say it right now, But hey, I think this probably does have its moments, if I remember correctly. But and I'm not sure if those moments were in the two matches that I can't unfortunately record. But yeah, at the end of the day, Den of the Bugbear is also just more win conditions, and it's a very powerful one, and it doesn't cost life in the first two turns, and it can't get thought seized. One thing though, I do like the way this can be discarded with Seasoned Pyromancer, and I can get tokens. That's pretty nice because if I discard Den of the Bugbear, I don't get tokens. Then again, do I really want to be discarding Den of the Bugbear? Because oftentimes it's just kind of a strictly better mountain and a very powerful manland at that. And anyway, yeah. In all seriousness, Shatterskull Smashing is good, but Den of the Bugbear is better. So, yeah. So like this is obviously going to turn into Den of the Bugbear in future iterations, but for now, this is pretty close to what I've been jamming recently anyway. So I hope you all enjoy. And again, apologies in advance that I'm only going to have 3 matches this time. I know, and it's not it's not like I forgot to upload matches 4 and 5. It's just I can't do a post league. I do want to share this because I think that this is worth sharing. I want you guys to see some modern content because I gotta be honest, I got some more Pioneer content after this, because I've already got some videos recorded, and I need to get those out there. I want to obviously put this up first, so yeah. So hope you all enjoy, even if it's only 3 this time. But yeah, it's yeah, just strip mining and modern. Okay, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, match 1, and we got Cleansing Wildfire. So let's give this a chance. Give love a chance. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Okay, I wonder if I should Cleansing Wildfire. Let's see if I draw a land here. I did. So because I drew a land, I think I'm just going to go for the end of turn stomp. Otawara just is a very not appealing card to Cleansing Wildfire, or Demolition Field for that matter. Okay. Oh, mill. Oof. Mill can be a little rough, especially. I don't know. Yeah, those Flame Slashes, could have used those. Yeah, I'll use this because I don't think Double Stomp is where I'm gonna be. I have to hope to hit something else. I did hit something else, so. They're gonna ding us, obviously. Again, hopefully they don't have Spell Pierce. Okie dokie. Oh, they got Island instead of something else here. They do have Spell Pierce. No. I don't think I can actually like strip mine them out here. Well, I gotta do this because I've gotta play to win, I guess. Hmm. Alright. Alright, archive trap. They're holding something in their hand. Quad archive trap. Oh, one archive trap I think is gonna do it. They're probably trying to look at all the cards in my graveyard. At least we get to pull ahead on the clock, which is nothing. I'm going to concede if they do another archive trap, because no reason for them to see the last 4 cards in my deck. I mean, it's not like these cards make a difference for them. Although I guess they can tell now I'm on the extreme Ponza plan. If it's surgical, you know what? Fine. I think it's more worth it to pull ahead on the clock. And you never know. I got Firebolt in the graveyard. So one thing for sure, I'm definitely not. I just have to hope they don't draw any lands, because in reality, even one of those guys is lethal. Yep, okay. Wow, it's lagging. I'm not really set up to actually do much against this deck. Yeah. I guess I have to just try to go all in on the non-basic land hate. But maybe I just roll this back. I mean, at the end of the day, maybe I get there with the Ponzang. I need answers to the crabs though. Firebolt. No, you know what? Mishra's Research Factory is beyond worthless. Krenko. Yeah, Krenko is a clock. 1 Blast Zone for good luck. 1 Blast Zone for good luck. Let's do it. Oops, I didn't take out the last resource decks. No. I don't want to have 61 cards. Or maybe I do actually want to have 61 cards. Actually, I do want to have 61 cards. I actually want to have all 3 blast zones. I don't... Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, this is not going to work it. Alright. Keep. Man, the Bonecrusher is actually the win con. But maybe here we're just going to try to get there with the other such. Rune Crab. Well, at least I have an answer now, but I need a red mana. Okay. Well, Volatile Fault. I'm going to take a little bit of abuse from this thing. Well, maybe take a lot of abuse from those things. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to draw a red land, I guess. I wish these were blast sounds now. God, this guy's wasting my time. Okay. Patch 2. Hopefully we get to do more, but obviously we're playing a Ponza deck. At least hopefully our opponent doesn't take a giant pause right before killing us. But, I guess we should have conceded earlier. Yeah, I mean, they got a phone call or something. I don't know. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I'm not really enjoying Modern that much. But I'm not sure if I'm going to show the Pioneer. Well, I'm going to enjoy tearing Tron apart at least. God help me if I don't actually beat Tron. I don't think they have. I don't think they have like duress or something. So. Yeah, God help me, man, if Tron isn't one of the decks that I can beat here. Okay. Good for you. I'm going to Demolition Field first. It also thins my deck. Because I'm probably actually going to get to the point where I'm going to want to use the Geomancers and Cleansings on their basics. Just to reduce the likelihood that I me my Volatile Faults. I would expect some Salt coming soon. Let's see if they got 4 for us. I think 4 is the max I've seen them play. I'm surprised no Salt yet. La 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 la. I'm probably going to play the Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't think there's that much they can do at 3 versus 4. I don't want them to get to 4 because I don't want them to get to 1 ring mana or Karn mana. Plus just giving them, you know, a clock. Always nice. Yeah, let's do this. And let's do this, discard Flame Slash and Firebolt. Alright. Field of Ruin into Geomancer next turn. Seems like a plan. La, 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 la. I mean, Modern is so ridiculous. Like, what did my opponent do to deserve running into me? And what did I do to deserve the last match to deserve running into my mill opponent? It's so stupid. We're all just doing stupid shit. Excuse the French. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Modern is just so utterly and completely ridiculous, man. Yeah, at this point with like 20 of these things, I think I'm, you know, relatively set up to probably keep seeing these things from here on out for the most part. Yeah, they had enough. I don't blame them. It's like, man, what is this? What is this, man? What is this? And it's only going to get worse. Krenko time. Krenkola. Just in case they ever actually do get. Yeah, this also deals with Wormcoil. It's very nice in this matchup. I don't think Flame Slash does much. One of Unholy Heat is probably fine. Firebolt is okay, but I actually think we want Stone just for the card draw. Firebolt's a really nice discard with Seasoned Pyromancer, but we're not always going to see it. Maybe actually a 1 of Firebolt. Nah, 1 of Blast Zone. Just, you know, heads with a little extra land. I like Lightning Bolt, though, because it one-shots a Karn from a down tick. I like Bonecrusher because it's a clock. Yeah, let's go. This is pretty ridiculous. First match, I had no chance. This one, I don't want to say my opponent has no chance because I feel like I'm going to get punished for my arrogance. But, you know, yeah, if I can't stop Tron on turn 2, I'm going to feel sheepish, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to mulligan. Well, better. It's better. I mean, but, you know, this is not by any means some kind of a... I don't think I need Blast Zone at all, so done. Actually, that's my rule. I'm gonna be fairly bullish on the first mulligan, but I'm not gonna be so bullish from here. And hopefully, with all that mulliganing, they don't have turn 3 Tron, although most likely they will. So I mean, Cleansing Wildfire or Volatile Fault off the top. I can, you know, even prevent a turn 3 Tron with the nuts, but If not, I have to submit to. It is what it is. Please be another Urza's Mine or a forest, please. Or no land at all. Oh man, no land at all. Alright, let's, it's not, maybe not, it might not even necessarily be the end, but I really want to draw something good. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Wildfire. I'm gonna get a name in it, claim it. Nah. Alright, well. Let's see, do your worst. If it's Karn, I'm gonna blow the stone in response. It is in fact Karn, so let's draw a card. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can actually take down the Karn. But in the grand scheme of things, Karn is probably one of the least like, you know, total apocalyptic bad cards. Okay, liquid metal. Guess that's fine. Problem is they're going to start ticking up. It's just in case they draw basic. Yeah, I'm fairly bullish I can prevent this. What the? Okay. I think I gotta try to kill that Karn, but then they're going to Urlamog me, which is not nice. Yeah, this ain't good, actually. I wonder if eventually they're going to down tech. They can't down tech because they like I have to somehow both deal with the Karn and kill this thing. So if I were them, I'd just keep holding the course because they got a reason it's pretty difficult. Or not upticking or doing anything works for me too. They did down tick. Either One Ring or Sundering Titan. I guess they have to sacrifice their own forest though. I can one-shot the Sundering Titan with the what's it called? Cast in the Fire. I do have to draw some kind of land destruction spell though right now, or I think we're pretty much in the doghouse. I'm much more likely to draw a field, I think, than a Cleansing Wildfire, so. Well, maybe they don't have any, maybe they don't have another land. I'm pretty sure they do, but. If somehow we get to untap and play Krenko, who knows, but so many things can go wrong. Any additional Tron land, we get remogged. Another Karn, they go right back to liquid metalling. But, you know, never give up, never surrender, right? Never give up, never surrender. Okay. 9 mana. Unless I'm miscounted, no. Okay, well, I need to Seasoned Pyromancer to stabilize a little bit, then I gotta get some Casting of Fires. That's not too bad. I mean, their board is way more menacing than mine. Last card in their hand is Lamog. Well, let's see. Let's see, dude. Oh, I'm dead to next attack, though, so... Krenko, if I play Krenko, it's just gonna be on block duty. Yeah, I'm still dead. Yeah, but good thing Krenko enables me to, you know, deploy a threat and yeah. They have another forest? No, I don't think so. I need to start drawing Casting of Fires. Or Seasoned Pyromancers, or both. Let's see. I could go down to 1 from Tank and the Worm Coil. Okay, well, they don't have Erlamog mana, though, right away. And they're permanently off Tron, too, once I kill this card. Which they realize, so I think they're going to sandbag it. Good for them. So if I draw, what's it called, Casting of Fire right now, I can go to 1 and play this jump block. Nope. Well, now I think I'm fishing for a Seasoned Pyromancer to stabilize. I don't think that cuts it. Well, we tried. Ugh. Yeah, this was a very funky situation. I did mulligan once to try to get the answer to the turn 2, whatever. But let's just run it back, because I think at the end of the day, I'm pretty confident that I can keep them off of... You know, in retrospect, actually, when I'm on the draw, I think I got to prioritize these Unholy Heats, because they're super important at dealing with, like, Karn and stuff. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, on the play, hopefully they don't have Gemstone Caverns, but on the play, I'm a lot more bullish on a hand like this, that's for sure. I do have 8 cards between Volatile Fault and Cleansing Wildfire to be able to do stuff by turn 2, but you know, hey, can't always count on getting it. So, let's play this, because on the off chance they Pithing Needle, I want them to name the one that I have fewer copies of. I'm not going to crank a Mishra's Research deck just yet. this is a little frustrating. I'm getting a little flooded, but should be okay. So once again, I think I'm on the keep them off power plant plan. Do this. At least I can deploy Krenko next turn. Deal with a land and get a clock going, which can also help if they deploy Karn. Or if they play One Ring, I can at least try to deal some damage. Okay, fair enough. Please play the power plant. There's no reason to play the power plant over the tower, but please do so. They did! Asking you shall receive, right? Because I just really want to be whittling those power plants down more so. Alright, let's Buzz Crush. Let's crush some Buzz. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think this really makes that big of a difference. But this is huge though, because this makes Karn a lot less a turn 4 Karn a lot less problematic, because I can just attack it right off the board. And if they uptick, I can attack it Bonecrush. One Ring is probably the worst card for me, but I do have a clock at least, so I can pressure their life total, make it not free, and they don't have enough mana to do it now, so that's always good. Magic Star. Let's go. There's this tower, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Since I do have a clock, I think I'm going to be a little bullish on removing their stuff. Let's try to keep them off of this too. Could have played Bonecrusher, but probably playing them. Whoa. Because Bonecrusher actually would have made the clock one turn faster. But I also like the fact that this this thins out my deck too while I'm at it. Okay. Okay. They continue to do their thing. Always yield. Let's go. Nice yield. Fair enough. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. a Seasoned Pyromancer for sure. I'm going to do this on upkeep. I really don't want to draw another basic. Volatile Fault, don't mind if I do. Discard Shatterskull and Mountain. Too many lands. Yes, I get one less token, but I think it's fine. Lightning Bolt to face. If they play one ring, I bolt their face. Stomp, deals 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Puts them in a spot where I think it's going to be pretty hard for them. Not impossible, but pretty hard. Plus I can, oh, they don't even have one ring. Plus I can continue to destroy their lands, which is always nice. One ring. It's a little late though. Yep. You got it, pal. Okay. Ready. And then we can finish them off with a bolt. Or just stomp. I like Xaxes. Alrighty. Well, hey, hats off to them. They won game 2. Let's see if there's any salt. Nope. Hats off to them. No salt. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. Match 3. And this hand's a little iffy because no card advantage or land destruction, but we'll keep. I think I gotta do this just in case, and in case it's burn. Don't want to take unnecessary damage. We'll see. Okay, definitely not burn. Oh yeah, another reason to play this out is we don't want them to be able to take it with Thoughtseize. They might assume we're burn. It won't change the fact that Lightning Bolt's clearly the pick, but they might assume we're burn. I have a feeling they're Death Shadow. If they are, they might get got by the Demolition Fields. We definitely don't want to shoot the burn at their face right away because A, we're not a burn deck, but B, that actually helps them get Death Shadow out faster. Okay, let's Field for Ruin out here. I'll probably hit this on their draw step. The reason why is that it limits their ability to capitalize on the mana, so they have less mana to hold up on our turn. And we did it on the draw step in case they draw basic. Then it increases the chances that we strip mine them completely. Okay. Okay, let's play the Volatile Fault, which they know about. And I guess let's play this off of the Volatile Fault. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think they want to fetch just yet. Okay, well, that's a target at least. Yeah, they gotta be almost certainly Death Shadow. surprisingly close to getting burned out. Uh-oh. Oh, grief. Okay, wasn't expecting this. I kind of want to bolt their face in response. I probably should have done this while this was on the stack. They're pretty much the same, whichever one they take. But yeah, their life total, you gotta figure they guard it more intensely. Okay, so let's try to do a number here on their non-basics here. Maybe I should have Unholy Heated first, but we'll see. I probably should have Cleansing Wildfire, actually. I don't want to be proactive with the Unholy Heat because I don't want them to ephemerate in a response. Still have the treasure token, so I can do this. Research desk for sure. Let's get rid of the black mana. I think black mana is most important. Drown in the lock. Okay, fair enough. We'll do this. The danger of yeah, let's just do this. Actually, we might hit a land, which we do, and I think I definitely have to take this land. Okay. Yeah, but the danger of playing Seasoned Pyromancers, we can 100% count. On getting a land. Try home. Yeah, I'll take. We will take. Okay. I gotta respect the Firebolt in the graveyard. Well, this is a pretty obvious. No, I'm sure they got a counterspell, so I'm sure they'll take the Seasoned Pyromancer. It's okay though. I've got 2 more Mr. Research desks, so I should be fine. Oh, unless I forgot about the treasure token, which I suppose that can happen. We don't want to draw another basic mountain. Okay, let's see if this one resolves. Let's go after black. Down in the lock. Okay, well, increases the chances of our Pyromancer resolving. So we'll see. Yep, got out of 3. Dangerous territory, but still out of Firebolt range. They don't have double black for another grief. Hard cast at least, so we'll see. Alright, well hey, we got there. Always nice. They do seem susceptible to Krenko. They do seem to be Reanimator. So Blast Zone. Not sure if they play One Ring or not, but it might be irrelevant if we can get them off their lands. So these are the cards we want to bring in. We're only bringing in 1 Blast Zone to, to make up for the fact that we can't bring in 4 Krenkos. I think Flame Slash is the most iffy. Unholy Heat has its time and place, but is it better than Firebolt? On the draw, maybe so. Because the thing is on the play, we can possibly block a Grief Ephemerate, but on the draw, we kind of can't. So, although we can block a Grief Ephemerate going forward with Unholy Heat, but Firebolt really punishes them going down far on life like they did. Let's try to remember to bring in Unholy Heat on the play, but on the draw, I'm going Firebolt. And again, it's mostly because Grief Ephemerate is the most powerful on turn 1, and on turn 1, when they're on the play, we can't do anything about it. No, this is tempting, but if they Grief Ephemerate or Thoughtseize, they take the Shatterskull, and then we got nothing. Much better. I think I'm gonna risk. I don't like the idea of getting mana screwed. I think I'm confident enough. I think here. Yeah, we'll put Mountain back. It's a little risky, but the reason why I like 2 stones is that they oftentimes have like Prismatic Ending or something to deal with it. I very much expect that that's exactly what they're going to do here. This has got to be Reanimator. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll play this out, and I got to shock in because I have to hold up stone in case of end of turn put something in the graveyard, their turn, reanimate it. Okay. I'm gonna go Field of Ruin. I'm holding Mishra's Research Desk for now because if I ever get to 5 mana, it's a great pitch with Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm not going to blow the Field of Ruin just yet because I need to hold up 2 mana for stone, which means we have to do this end of turn. Okay, I suspect there's a grief. So be it. Okay, fair enough. Question is, do they take the Pyromancer or do they take the Geomancer? Okay, fair enough. Let's take the only tricolor land they have. Yeah, let's hold. It would seem obvious to play the research test, but it's just such a good pitch with Pyromancer. Let's see if we draw something else good. Okay, we didn't. Still think I need to get the Pyromancer out though. Let's see if they counter. Drown and Lock doesn't work because we don't have 3 cards in our graveyard. And even if we did, we could technically counter with Stone, although I think we want to hold it up for other reasons. I don't think we need this much land actually. Yeah. Desk. I'm nervous to stomp because, yeah, I'm nervous to stomp because then they can ephemerate it, counter both the stomp and the Bonecrusher and oh, Solitude. Okay. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna exercise my discernment to play around ephemerate more so than playing around a reanimation. But of course, this could be a big no-no. But I need to be able to manage what's going on the board here. Okay, at least I get some crackback potential. Potentially play Bonecrusher too, which is always nice. Okay, they take my stone. It's fine. I try to hold on to it, but you know, that's what it is. Get rid of the only red one. I would play the Bonecrusher, but I'm a little bit worried about reanimation. No, I got my stone. I don't want to blow this. Alrighty. Managing their lands is kind of important. So let's do this before. If they ephemerate again, we got nothing in our hand. And if they drown in a lock, I'll probably just let it go. Actually, we probably should have waited for it to resolve, because we actually kind of want it to. Okay. Yeah, we kind of wanted it to resolve, because then it would, because now they can choose not to cast it. Yeah. Although now it is exiled, though, so there's that. Yeah, we would have ended up taking 3 damage unnecessarily. Let's go after the black mana. If they drown, I think I'm clearing my own graveyard, notwithstanding the Mishra. Yeah, having to lose that Mishra is a little sad, but we'll live. They also now don't have black mana, which makes their reanimation a lot more difficult. I should be at 3 more life, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go. I think we're winning the race. Or maybe not, though. We can at least pressure their life total, or it's difficult for them to reanimate. If they shock, we're winning the race. Maybe they're realizing, oh shoot, I don't want to go below 8. I don't want to go below 9. Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. At least the path is clear to Shatterskull that. Seasoned Pyromancer. And I think that's a scoop. All right. Well, that was interesting for sure. All right. Post-league wrap-up. This one is, unfortunately, I can't wrap up the last 2. I don't even remember what those matches were, but I think we have a pretty good sampling here. Unfortunately, Mill is pretty much impossible. Mill is becoming more of a thing, so I don't know what to say. We could stuff our sideboard with some Eldrazi, which are always nice. They are not perfect, but it is nice that basically every deck has a pretty serviceable anti-mill plan if they want it. It's just the thing about mill that bothers me even more than burn is that like burn gets a bad rap sometimes because burn oftentimes has very specific sideboard cards that do very little in other matchups. But it's not entirely true though because there is Chalice of the Void. But it is true though. Oh, excuse me for the bird. But it is true though that outside of Chalice of the Void, there isn't actually that much. Yeah, burn does have this issue where life gain is pretty terrible in most other matchups but burn. And in all honesty, we might be a little soft to burn too, but I do think that in this Geomancer plus Cleansing Wildfire version that can actually also deal with their basics, I have kind of lamed them out sometimes against burn, keeping them off of their lands essentially. Like, yeah. Okay, I gotta wrap this up soon because the bird's chirping, but yeah, mill. There's just not much we can do. We just have to literally play just big Eldrazi that just shuffle our graveyard into our library. And there's just really not much else I can do. Period. But it is nice to know that that always is available. That is always available if mill becomes concerning enough. I think the Tron matchup. Honestly, the Tron matchup is one of the main things that I kind of wanted to show. I mean, you would think it's kind of obvious that this deck has a good Tron matchup, but sometimes you just never know. Things don't play out in practice the way they seem in theory. But yeah, this pretty much does play out exactly like it seems like in theory in the Tron matchup. Who would have thought 20 main deck, strip mine effects, 8 of which draw a card, and 8 of which also don't even set you behind a land. They just replace your land. With 4 more in the sideboard that are also 4/4 attacking bodies. Who would have thought that cards like that disrupt Tron and draw cards and don't go down on mana and produce and put 4/4 bodies into play? Who would have thought that's actually kind of good against Tron? I don't know. Amazing. Who would have guessed? It turns out it is good. So, yeah, there's Tron, and then there's Reanimator, and I think Reanimator is also almost just as much was what I wanted to highlight and show you all is that the thing is like Reanimator used to be kind of a bad matchup because the Stone of Erech, first of all, they're in the sideboard, whereas in the past they were in the main. But unfortunately, I feel like I have to make room. So, like, I've got these Geomancers and Cleansing Wildfires and stuff. But, like, I think, though, this match did show that sometimes you can get them with just the strip mine strategy, because they only play 3 basics, I think. 1 plains, 1 mountain. I mean, not 1 plains, 1 swamp, 1 island. And it is not so difficult to really kind of put them into just taking them entirely off their lands, every time you cast one of these things. And that is actually very strong, because the thing is, even when you pack Graveyard Hate, if you don't have any way to mess with their lands, they do just start casting like Atraxas and stuff. It is doable, and, well, anyway. It's not foolproof, because obviously they can always go end of turn. They can always go end of turn, discard like an Atraxa, and then on their turn do Goryo's Vengeance. Stone of Erech obviously can get hit by Stony Silence and other things. So, like, it's not... They obviously can get you, but I do think it's worth noting that we're not like a total fish out of water. We have the ability to kind of mess with their land. So, well, anyway, with that said, unfortunately we have to end it there because I do not have... I do not have the ability to record the last 2 matches, but thanks to the patrons: Sneak Z, Dave Molina, B0812, Paul Wynn, Necrosis, Adrian King, Gavin Downer, Daryl, B-Train 4, Savage O's, Kevin Robach, Lawrence Shonenman, S. Robertson, HJCLAU, Erwin Lopez, Equal Smith, and Michael Patton. Thanks a lot, everybody, once again, and I hope this modern content helped to hold you all over. Please bear with me if there's some more Pioneer content coming. But anyway, all right, I hope you all enjoyed, and take care.